morning. Happy New Year. I cannot believe we're in 2026. That is absolutely crazy, but here we are and we're ready to make it a great year. I hope that this year is a great one for all of you. A happy, healthy, wonderful, full of adventure, full of happy moments, full of just so many wonderful things for you and all of your loved ones. I'm actually very excited for 2026. I feel like this year I'm ready for change and to start creating the version of my life that I have been working towards. So last year I created my vision board and I was looking back at it. We'll recap later, but I don't think that a lot of the things that were on my vision board really came into fruition or in the way that I envisioned them to come into fruition. I think some of the things still happened in different ways, but overall I feel like last year was more of a transitional year for me where I did a lot of learning and growing, which I think was important for me to get to this point here. And now this year I'm ready to create that change. So last year I had a bunch of opportunities at work where I took part in like 2 different leadership programs. I feel like that really helped me grow more confidently as a person, especially in the work field. I feel like I am more confident in using my problem skill abilities and just networking and socializing and understanding people a little bit more, which I not only can use at work, but I can use it in real life too. And that just made me become more of a confident person overall in just like the social aspect. I feel I also took the initiative last year to go and see the doctor, and I started seeing a nutritionist, which helped me learn how to eat better and acknowledge what food to make me feel better and what food to make me not feel as good. And so I did a lot of learning in that sense. So now I feel like with my nutrition in a good standing point, I feel like that plus my working out, which we all know I've been so consistent. Like the issue for me has never been working out. I am so consistent with working out, but my nutrition just wasn't there. So now I think with both of them leveling out and also challenging myself a little bit more with my workouts, we're gonna start to see some change, and I'm so excited for that. Again, we'll get more into that later. We'll create the vision board, and I did actually create a little bingo card for this year. So my sisters and I rang in the new year. I'll show some plebs. Guys, we're so nervous. We're about to enter 2026. Brenda, where's the clock? Where's the clock? Where's the clock? We also have lentils for prosperity. What time is it? What time is it? 11:59. Oh, they're looking at us. I know, and we're looking at them. What time is it now? Is it 12? I'm also scared for the fireworks.
Okay, you guys can start going a little bit.
Is it now? Now?
Okay, no,
okay, click out.
Right, 7, 6, 5, 4,
4,
2, 1.
3, 2, 1.
Go,
Happy
go.
New Year! Run! We're going far! We're going far this year! Let's go! I don't know, but we're running! Fireworks! We created fun little bingo cards, which I'm so excited about. You guys know me and I love a good challenge. And my problem though is that I already want to cross off half of these things this month. But I'm like, girl, you got the whole year. But this is so fun though. I am genuinely looking forward to 2026 because I have little things to look forward to. I feel like there's a wide range of my goals for this year. So for example, I have to be able to work out consistently with 20-pound weights. I have where I want to wake up at 5 a.m. on the dot for 1 week straight. I want to try a new activity solo. I want to save a 1K emergency fund. I want to go 1 month without coffee. So just a bunch of like different things. And then on this side, I have prizes that I can get as I get a bingo and like go straight across, down, this way, or I fill up the whole thing and then I have like my grand prize. But we can't just set intentions and hope that those things become a reality. We actually have to put in the work. So before we get into everything, we are going to get our workout in. Okay, done with the first portion of my workout and I am sweating. I have to recommend this video because this video the last 2 days has helped me burn 200 calories in just the first, like, it's 25 minutes. So the first 25 minutes, this has given me such a good burn. So it is this full body workout with dumbbells by Whitney Christine. So good. She has been one of my go-tos recently. I absolutely love it. Now we're gonna move on to a lower body workout, and right now I have been using my 10-pound weights consistently for full body. Whenever I'm doing arm toning, I still sometimes will range between my 3-pound dumbbells and my 5-pound dumbbells, but when I'm doing arm strength, I try to use either my 7.5 pounds or again my 10 pounds. But lower body, I have upgraded to 15-pound dumbbells. So we're getting there, but just small improvements is what we're focusing on. And as long as we're improving, I'm happy. So now we're gonna focus on a little bit of a lower body workout, and then I think we'll move into arms. Checking in, I am currently at Cafecito. I have my little coffee. This has been one of my favorite pastimes this last year, and I hope we continue to do a lot of more little intentional days like this in 2026. I did actually bring my DJI mic to use today, but I need to figure out how to use it because I figured it out the first time, could not get it right now. But I'm currently working on my little vision board. I have Pinterest here on my iPad. We also moved to this more secluded spot. This is our go-to spot because people are out of our vision. They can't really see us, so it feels a little safer. I'm looking for some images. I so far have just a couple. I have one with like jewelry in it because one of my goals this year, small simple goal, is to build a jewelry collection. I was telling my sister that I've always wanted to be those girls that you can hear from a mile away. Their bangles are all like jingling. I think that's so cute. I love that sound so much. So that's one of my random little goals. And then I downloaded an image where it shows somebody editing just because I feel like this year I want to focus a little bit more on YouTube. I think I kind of went away from that last year. And this year I want to be more consistent. I didn't really step away from it because I didn't enjoy YouTube. It was more so I was in my head a lot last year. And this year I really want to prioritize not caring about what others think. So again, my goal is going to be to focus a little bit more on YouTube and posting content because that has always been something that I enjoyed doing. Also, totally random, but check out my new nails. This year, I decided to try something new. I'm normally a round tip kind of girl, but I went for a little bit of a more squared tip, and I actually really like them. I do think, though, I'm going to take a little break from going to get my nails done. I'm gonna try to do my own nails. We'll see. When I was younger, and I think it was in high school or so, I used to do my nails all the time and I would do cute little designs. So we might channel that again this year and try to do my nails. Maybe that'll be a little hobby I pick up, a new little hobby I try. We just got back home. I'm currently making my lunch. I'm gonna have some tostadas with carne molida, cheese, guacamole. I wanted to show these to you guys. I don't know if you've had a chance to try these. They're the new naked hot Cheetos. Honestly, I kind of like the red dye 40, not gonna lie. This, it tastes like a Cheeto, but like a lemon hot Cheeto. Actually, it's actually not bad. Now that I've had it again, the first time I had it, it tasted more like a lemon hot Cheeto, but now it tastes exactly like a hot Cheeto. It's so weird. I don't know. Anyways, made my tostadas in the oven. Got some frijoles.
Where are you eating from? Mac and chicken.
That's for dinner.
¿A qué vas a hacer el pollo? ¿Por qué le quitan la cáscara? Esa es la mejor parte. No sabes a lo que era el mole y que el mole era lo mejor.
You know you're Mexican when you reuse Tupperware. This is from a peanut jar I bought a while back. We use it for our salsa. And it's so funny because my aunt came not that long ago. She saw this and she was like, oh my god, I need that. So I literally bought a second I literally bought a second jar of peanuts just so I can give her the Tupperware.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
¿Le gustó?
Oh my god. And then apparently we started a trend because then a cousin in Mexico saw this jar and she also wanted it. So we gave her one too. This would be a good Christmas present, I think. Alrighty now, bon appetit. Cheers. Figured it out, besties. I read the instructions instead of trying to figure it out on my own. But basically, I just needed to connect the mic via Bluetooth to the adapter. And now we're good. Now that we are back home, I'm going to start cleaning. I'm going to take down all of my Christmas stuff. Thankfully, this year I didn't do too much with Christmas decorations, so it shouldn't take that long. First, we're going to start by taking down all of the little garland. I do have these little tiny boxes that I'm going to use to put all of the garland in. Hopefully there's enough space in there. I feel like Christmas didn't really feel like Christmas. It almost felt like it took forever to get there, and then when we actually got there, it felt like it went by so fast. Honestly, like I was even kind of not feeling like decorating, but once I decorated, it was worth it. I think it made it feel a little bit more like Christmas. I feel like all of last year, I spent time feeling so guilty for just existing with everything going on in the world, and I think it took away from a lot of my joy, which I think that it's fair to feel that way. I think it's human to feel that way and actually shows my humanity that I care so much. But I do think that a part of me was lost in that because I genuinely just felt bad enjoying simple little things. So this year I'm focusing a little bit more on not letting that ruin my mood. I feel that I can still care without feeling like I can't enjoy the simple things in life. So my big focus is going to be to start relearning to enjoy life, as crazy as that sounds. I actually took down the garland from ATV a while back because it was not staying. I really liked these little star decorations. I'm gonna keep them for next year, so I'm just gonna put them away in my box. I like this little bow though. I'm gonna leave that there. I think it's so stinking adorable. Remove these. We'll put these in here as well. And then I do also have my little gnome garland, which I'll stuff in here, and I think that this should be good enough. I actually think I'm gonna leave the little garland with the stars up for a little while longer. I feel like they don't only give Christmas, they also give New Year, especially with the stars. I don't know, I've kind of been vibing with stars recently, so I think we'll leave her up, but I am going to unwrap my present. Okay, so I got the box of all my things. A goal of mine this year is going to be to redecorate my room, and I don't know when I'll be able to do it. Oh, it's that tearing me out. Hold on, give me a second. Okay, I am a little trinket collector. I love a bunch of different trinkets when I travel. I like coming back with little cute pieces of decor or things that are actually useful rather than keychains and stuff. For example, this is a little jewelry box that I got from Morro Bay. I think the last thing that needs to go in here is my little Snoopy blanket. Voila! And now it's ready to go for next year. So this is the wall calendar. It doesn't have a backing because the backing that it originally comes with is this big logo for where I got this from. But I obviously don't want that for my room. So I took one of these little cardstocks that I had, and it's kind of perfect because it has a little hole already. But I do need to punch some holes for where I'm going to insert the calendar. Oh, all right. We're just gonna put a little X. Just like that. I think that should be good enough, honestly. Gonna take her out. There we go. And now, there we go. Oh my god, this is kind of like high tea perfect. And voila, it's ready to go. I'm gonna put some stickers on here. Perhaps this little growth sticker will be cute. We'll do this enjoy the ride sticker. And then I think we'll do some of these little stars. So then we'll just pin it in here. So this was last year's vision board, and as I mentioned earlier, I don't think that I completed these things in the way that you see them on here, but I did complete them in similar ways. So for example, like this one here, this one is focusing on nutrition, which I did do. I actually went to go see a nutritionist this year, which has changed my life for the better, and I did complete that in that sense. I also have this one here, which was to be more creative, and I do think I definitely did that this year, where I channeled a lot more of my creativity. I invested time in hobbies. These two here, I said I wanted to be a little bit more in tune with nature, and I definitely did that last year. I went twice to Monterey and to the coast area, which is my favorite place in the entire world. I feel like this picture gives camping, and I did that for the first time this year, so that was exciting. I didn't think I would go camping, but I definitely did, and I even posted a picture similar to this with the river. Still haven't been on a train, still haven't been on an airplane, but maybe this year, maybe this year. Didn't go to Japan, but I will say I did do a full year of learning Japanese, so that's fun. Also, my hair was the longest it's ever been this year. And again, I know I wanted to channel the confidence from this picture. Still working on my confidence, but I will say that I channeled that hair because my hair was so long and I loved it. Finally completed my 2026 vision board. I will pop it up right here. I actually feel really good about it. So let me explain just a little bit about what I'm envisioning for 2026. So first of all, over here, we have just being, again, one with nature. I feel like that's what I'm always striving for, is to be in the moment, present, enjoying the outdoors more than the indoors, and also just being intentional with my time. I have a little quote here that says healthy body, healthy mind, healthy soul. As you guys know, we are always focusing on our mental, our physical, and our emotional health. So that is everything that I stand for. And then obviously just some fresh veggies, fresh fruits, eating better. Over here, I have just creating moments, somebody that's like recording, capturing all those moments with like vlogging and stuff, going on adventures. That's because she's at the beach. Hopefully I can manifest being at the beach multiple times throughout this year. I love the beach. Here I have that aesthetic that I'm looking for with like the jewelry and the nails, doing my hair, feeling all cutesy and stuff. Another quote that says, good things are on their way to me. I have someone that is running because that is one of my goals this year, is to pick up running. I have a little journaling ecosystem toolbox. One, I want to get that toolbox, and two, I really want to focus on journaling this year. Also with like my crafts and my scrapbooking and all of that. I feel like that just embodies all of that. Someone here with a car, because one of my goals is to possibly get a car this year. So we're just manifesting that, and lots of road trips and travel because I love road trips and travel. Over here, this girl I feel like is just so beautiful. I love her hair and I love the way her skin just looks super smooth. That is what I want to embody. And just like her confidence, she looks like she's radiating. Also, I plan to decorate my room and make it more of a space that I just feel really me in. And I feel like one of my biggest struggles is that I like so many different aesthetics that I cannot pick one. And so I just decide to stick with what I have because I don't want to invest in something because later on I might want something else, but I just have to do it. And then over here I have somebody that's all dressed up for the office. I feel that I tend to just wear whatever to work, and I want to start romanticizing even going to work. So if that means putting on a cute outfit, it means putting on a cute outfit. Self-care, reading speaks for itself. I do want to invest in a new camera. I want to, again, be very creative this year, maybe try new creative hobbies. Here, I just think, again, channeling that confidence, that beauty, the radiance. Perfect little quote here. It says, live in the moment. Hiking, again, being in nature. This little quote that says, lucky girl. This, again, confidence, feeling good in my body, feeling toned up, strong, which is what I want to do. Again, nature, being present. Over here, more creative hobbies. Down here, cooking, because I just want to fall back in love with cooking and trying new recipes and all of that. Here is a quote that I will live by this year. It says, in 6 months, you will have 6 months of excuses or 6 months of progress. The choice is yours, because we always have a choice, and ultimately it comes down to what we choose to do. Over here, I have someone that's editing, again, because I really want to prioritize YouTube. So falling in love with that again. Confidence, feeling good in my body. I really want to level up my fashion this year and just find pieces and invest in pieces that I feel good in. Lots of travel, so I got a packed suitcase here because I want to travel a lot. Maybe my first time on an airplane, who knows? And then one more quote that says, I remember when I wanted what I currently have now, and I'm so grateful, because even if you don't think that you are where you plan to be. There was a version of you in the past that wanted to be where you currently are, and you are here. So gotta remain grateful for the advancements you have made, whether they were small or big. Gotta always be proud of yourself, be there for yourself, and keep pushing forward.